You've said this. I don't know why Kenyans get shocked. I have never said a single thing on radio, on TV that is not true. Never. Go and check my record. I said SHA is a scam. Who owns it? Nairobi West Hospital. I've said that. Nobody can sue you.
Nairobi West Hospital
is the one it owns the financial platform that manages the money from SHA. The guy is the one who has the passwords. He's the one who says who gets paid and doesn't get paid. The system doesn't run on itself naturally the way it was meant to be. The system was designed to operate without an individual even tapping into anything. You just enter the data, who you've treated, what they were treated for, how much does it cost, naturally it transmits, and the money goes to SHA, and then from SHA it goes to the hospital. What is happening right now? Individuals sit and decide where the money is going. So the hospital that will be compensated, and they have zeroed in on certain areas. There are certain areas in the country, especially where UDA is very strong. The SHA works. It works. The hospitals that are being compensated, I mean, look, how many hospitals have been paid billions of shillings, and yet, have you seen a single person being prosecuted? No, these are government people sharing the money. So I don't understand why Kenyans get shocked. This thing of fuel, I said once, he's going to increase the money by the time he hits 300 shillings per litre. That's when maybe something might happen. But the reality is that he's going to increase. Why? He can't borrow anymore.
Yes.
He cannot leverage any of our assets that we have anymore. He can't leverage the port, even though that's what he wants to do with the Chinese. He's not going to leverage anything else. He's now selling plots where there are minerals and everything, but to private companies. And of course, then locally, quote unquote, the company is considered local, but all the money is going to be taken. The assets we have are enough to run this country. The revenue we collect is enough to plan on how we are going to rig the elections and come what may. And some of us are saying we are not going to 2007. We are not going to put ourselves on the line because we are lying about what the solutions of the problems of our country is. The solutions of our country is that we must go back to the rule of law. We must agree that we have a new constitution. We must agree that we must follow chapter 6. We must strengthen it. Corruption is basically killing our country. Look at this discussion going on. The other day, I mean, I saw somebody making a comment. I was like, thank you for reminding all of us. How many times did Raila, who's being praised now for everything else that they wanted to praise and how he was the most incredible, his funeral was basically stunning. How many times did you see him being called a person who basically kinyangarika, who is basically talking about things that don't matter? He's anti-capitalistic tendencies, and yet Kenya is a capitalist society. Raila was talking about, yes, you can have a capitalistic society that is reasonably socialistic to provide safety nets for its people, most probably the most vulnerable. And this nature where everybody in this country thinks that what they are doing is to chop off this country's assets, liabilities, throw them out the window, increase the liabilities. In fact, I was just told the other day, the affordable housing owes close to 1.2 trillion in debt.
Owes who?
Owes who?
All suppliers. 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 People who supply those things, they have not been paid.
But the money is being taxed.
The money was paid and taken somewhere. And nobody talks about that.
You know,
If you go,
been paid.
They have not been. Even if there was going to be a glut, the price reduction, the price increment, the spike that Uhuru quote unquote used to increase the price that he increased. My argument is Uhuru's price did not go beyond 150. I think 156 for diesel and 180 something. If you look at that spike, is let's give it about 20 bob. Now, right now, my argument I'm making is that even if your demand was so high, the price is still constant. It's $100 per barrel. So, can you give me value for that $100 without anything affecting that price other than Kenyan taxes? The point we are making is that this money that was increased is actually money that is part of the deal on that quote thing called G2G. This is the profit that the companies, the oligarch companies that have been given, that they are putting all that together, and that is the money they are sharing. It was only that when they decided to bring this money so that they increased the price by the amount they increased, they didn't realize that Kenyans are going to be able to analyze and understand what that means. So in reality, where we are, there was absolutely no need, no reason why the price was to be increased. Even if it was, maybe the president would have increased it by 10 shillings.
Do you have evidence that we actually get fuel from Angola and the West African countries that you mentioned?
I can provide that if you give me time, yes. Yes. In fact, to make matters even better,
yes,
that story that the fuel comes from Aramco, and forget about some of the oil coming to Kenya is from Iran, and they have sanctions. Some of the oil comes from Russia. The issue where...
So what you're saying in essence is that this G2G that we are told doesn't actually exist.
It's a scam.
He said it's a scam.
That's why Parliament and Senate has been asking, bring us the agreement. We see what you negotiated. There's nothing.
They are not able to bring the agreement.
They can't.
Well, you can't bring something which doesn't exist, can you?
No.
You can't.
Yes.
Unless they write one right now.
That is the point.
Africans, and we really can't ignore that. Unajua lazima Wakenya tu wataongea.
Yeah.
Lazima tutaingilia tu mambo yako whether you like it or not.
No, it's true.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that you have quite a large family, and I said nikikuona mwesh lazima nitakuuliza personally.
You are being very diplomatic. You are not asking me whether I had that many wives. The truth is,
yes,
it is to do with the children.
Right.
Polygamy, and I've seen the comments and I've seen the issues
yeah,
that Kenyans raise.
Yes.
Polygamy is not a simple thing about A and B.
Right.
It is not. It's not even sexual. Polygamy is an arrangement which either develops consciously or unconsciously when you're involved in it, and you find yourself there, and
right,
you have to deal with it, or it is sometimes a deliberate attempt. There are people who don't have large families, and like my case, I am the only child from my father's side, and I'm the only child from my mother's side. I just decided I need some people around me.
Yeah.
Then, of course, there were failed marriages. Some of those kids are there because it didn't work out with the mother.
Yes.
And if I was in Europe, I would most probably have divorced all these women, and I would be a one man.
You would have been what you call a serial polygamist.
Monogamist.
Serial monogamist.
Yes. And yet, the other argument that I always make, and I want people to take it a little bit easy on people like me, if today I was a Muslim, I would be having 4 wives and 33 children, and nobody would give a damn.
True.
And yet, because I'm a pseudo-African religious modernist, I'm considered to have low morals, and therefore that's why I have many kids. And yet my argument is very simple. You never hear anybody complain that a Muslim has many kids, because nobody contributes food to him, nobody educates those kids. It's the same like me. I've never asked for a fundraising. I have never told people my children don't eat. If you see my homes, all those kids feed in those homes.
Yes.
They all visit their mothers. Every season, every group. It's only the mothers who have disagreed completely, which is fine by me. And because I've tried to tell them this has been overtaken by events, so let's bring up the kids and let's be family. But they say no, that witch, that bitch, that. So I've decided to just pick up the kids and run with them, and my kids are happy and they love me and I love them, and we are really a big happy family.
Okay.